As Donald Trump spent the weekend strategizing with his inner circle about hefty decisions to nudge us into World War III, well, reaction in the last 24 to 48 hours across the board has been just staggering. Now, in our featured story today, some of the most searing and biting, spot-on criticism of Trump's illegal war and overall horrifying demeanor comes from a cultural icon who's been at the forefront of protest for decades. Welcome to Occupy Democrats, and please hit that subscribe button if you think this genius's endgame can only end badly. These people in Tehran, they are not marching en masse to buy Trump watches. More death, more destruction, and more illegal incursions cooked up by Donald J. Trump, well, all to avoid facing the truth about his sordid and sick past. Well, across the board, reaction has been swift and savage. Now, before we show you our featured dressing down of Donald Trump, Barbarella takes no prisoners, as you're about to see. First, though, let's share some random reactions from around the internet that I found this morning out there on social media. They range from people on the street, well, to the governor of California, and especially to the woman who should be president today.
Your reaction to the strikes?
It was the right thing to do, in my opinion.
And why is that?
Because if it wasn't for Trump, then the Iranian regime would have attacked us first.
I think it's disgusting. It's just another Trump ploy to hurt people and distract from the Epstein files.
An absolutist sort of attitude in a situation that's so nuanced and delicate doesn't seem sustainable, and it doesn't feel like a positive step toward any type of resolution.
Do you worry about retaliation? Because we've seen the bases that were hit as well.
I'm concerned about the World Trade Center the most. You know, the new one with the tall pillar. I'm really concerned. I've been there a few times. I went to the top floor, and I'm nervous as hell.
This is an unprovoked U.S. attack. They were determined to do it. They were determined to provide all the weapons to Israel to also carry out the attack. And it is criminal beyond all belief. Iran was engaged in negotiations. The whole world knew that. And then came this attack.
And you're absolutely right. In 2011, and he didn't just say it once, he did videos condemning, criticizing President Obama, suggesting somehow he was going to do this, and it was a desperate attempt for his reelection. But you had Tulsi Gabbard out there saying regime change is wrong. You had J.D. Vance saying that they lied to you. He lied to you.
Donald Trump has dragged us into a war the American people do not want. He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice, and everyone should. And the bottom line, when it comes down to it, is that if we want to stop Donald Trump with this random decision that he has arrived at, then Congress must act, and Congress must act immediately. The American people do not want our sons and daughters to go into this unauthorized war of choice, and I unequivocally oppose it. Thank you.
She was once married to my Natbeam nemesis, Ted Turner. Well, despite that, her brilliant career, well, it's just spanned decades. But actually, it's her activism, more than her acting, that has distinguished her as a voice very much worth paying attention to, and so we shall today. It's our featured clip. Let's watch Jane Fonda break it down with a rallying cry we can all get behind.
This is a desperate, immoral act in the hopes that he can score a victory and be declared war president. And this political trick will generate support. I truly believe that enough people in this country have learned the lessons of the Vietnam War, of the Iraq War, the war in Afghanistan, and the other unnecessary and illegal wars, that we can say loud and clear, the people of the United States are here to tell the Trump administration, you may wage this war in our names, but not with our consent. Trump is a sad, unhinged man. He is at war on many fronts. He is at war against democracy. He is at war against our constitutional rights, especially our First Amendment right, free speech and free assembly. He's at war against those of us who believe that the right to engage in dissent is what democracy is all about. He is at war against immigrant families. He is very definitely at war against the environment and is now vastly accelerating climate catastrophe. He's taken away every effort to stop corporate polluters from poisoning our air and poisoning our water. We are here today, and thank you for being here, and we will be in the streets tomorrow and in the coming days and weeks to demand that this new war in the Middle East end. We are going to be here. Let regime change start at home.
Yeah, that's the kind of regime change I can get behind, because in Trump's America, the only thing that we can be certain of is chaos. And that's what the last year has taught us. And while it's intentionally exhausting and plasma draining by design, we must all hang tight and look out for each other. And in that spirit, well, please like, share, and do take care as we leave you with this timely quote that I turned recently from the late, great director, David Lynch, who sits behind me.
We are, as human beings, charged as to how we treat our fellow man. And there is a law of nature, a hard and fast law. There's no loopholes. There's no escaping it. And this law is, what you sow, you shall reap. We are a world family. There's no room for this kind of absurdity anymore. Get with it.